and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna show you how to make a keto fried rice in less than 10 minutes. Let's get started. So what I have in front of me is a thin cut steak. And so what we're gonna do first is we are gonna slice it into pieces. So for this keto fried rice, our rice is going to be cauliflower. And I like fried rice with beef. You can do it with anything you want. You can do it with chicken, you can do it with shrimp, with tofu, but I'm gonna show you guys how to do it with beef, which is my favorite. And you wanna make sure that this beef is cut into about 1-inch pieces, more or less. And once you've cut those, just take them and throw them into a bowl. We are going to season this in between working on some other stuff afterwards. So keep slicing until everything is fully cut up. You wanna make sure that you're using a nice sharp knife for this so you get even pieces and so that your meat is not, sometimes it can start to shred if you don't have a sharp knife. I'm using this one by Global. It is my absolute favorite. Their knives are just amazing. So worth the investment. You also wanna make sure that you're using a thin cut steak, like a skirt steak or a, you can use a sirloin, but just make sure that it's thin. And if you get a thick cut steak, you can always just cut it in half to make it thinner. And the reason is it's just gonna make the cooking time so much quicker. And we are looking for a quick meal, dinner night, haven't decided what you wanna eat. You probably already have this in your fridge, especially if you're doing a low carb or a keto diet. And this is something your whole family will enjoy, I promise. Now that I've cut up all of the pieces, I am going to season this beef. So we are using some sesame oil. Let's just drizzle in some sesame oil. This brings out so much flavor. Of course, you can use whatever oil you want. If you don't like sesame oil, you can just use avocado oil. But I love the flavor of sesame oil. And now we're using some low sodium soy sauce. Perfect, and I've already pressed my garlic. This is 2.5 garlic cloves, or it's like 2 big garlic cloves and 1 little medium-sized one. Of course, if you don't like garlic, don't use garlic. This is just my preference on seasoning, and let's mix all that up. Oh my God, sesame oil smells so good. This dish is so easy to make, and I love Chinese takeout, but you know, if you're doing something low carb or something keto, that you look at Chinese takeout and there is, I mean, you can get like the steamed stuff on the menu because everything else is drenched in a sauce and you don't know what's in the sauce. But the option that you have for what supplements with the main course is rice. There's no cauliflower rice, there's no any other kind of option. So this is gonna be your new favorite alternative, and it's gonna be cheaper than if you ordered Chinese takeout. All right, so all of that is mixed in. I am gonna take some plastic wrap and cover this. We're just gonna leave this on the counter while we work on everything else. While my beef is marinating, let's get started on the fried rice. So this is going to be your new favorite hack. Green Giant makes a cauliflower fried rice that already has peas, carrots, and green onion, which is everything that you would put in a fried rice. Of course, if you want to separate it, you can do that, but we're trying to do this in less than 10 minutes. We don't got time to make a long dinner tonight, right guys? So we're using this. All right, for a portion of 2 people, I like a lot of fried rice. I would use 2 of these bags. I just got these at, well, I'm on the East Coast, so I got these at Safeway, but I'm sure they sell this at any grocery store near you. So let's get started. I have my Tefal pan. As you guys know, this is my favorite brand of non-stick pans. I love this one so much. And I am gonna turn my burner on. We're gonna put it on low medium heat. And of course, I will link these two items in my description below that you can get on Amazon. So we're gonna wait for that to heat up just a bit. All right, y'all, she is nice and hot. Let's go ahead and get started. I am just going to take some avocado oil first. This one is by Primal Kitchen. I love this one, it's super clean. All right, drizzle that in and just pop this baby in there. We are gonna cook this for about 3 to 4 minutes, but just whenever it's cooked, keep stirring. Make sure you're not burning your rice. Just throw that in. All right, give that a stir. So of course, because this is frozen, it's gonna take some time for the ice to start melting off of the cauliflower. So while that is heating up, I am just going to take 2 eggs and lightly beat them. That's for the fried rice. Of course, we're not gonna add it till the rice is cooked already, but let's beat them over here. Nothing special about these instructions here, just beating some eggs. And I took them out of the fridge about 10 minutes before I started. I like my eggs to be room temperature before I cook them. No reason, I feel like it cooks better that way. I'm sure there's a science to it, but I just don't know what that is. All right, let's set these aside. I can hear that my cauliflower is starting to sizzle more now. Just gonna give that a mix and just keep mixing, doing the same thing until you see that all the moisture is gone and you see that it is starting to get a little bit golden. Once all the moisture is gone, we're gonna season it as well. So just keep stirring and little patience. And this is of course with a gas stove. It might be a little bit different for temperature if you have a electric stovetop, so just play it by ear. You'll see what it looks like. Just make sure it doesn't get burned. Make sure it's not cooking too slowly. You also don't want to cook it too quick. I know we're on a time crunch, but cook it too quick, you could burn it. Okay, perfect. I am going to season this just a little bit. Remember, our beef that we previously marinated has a lot of seasoning on it. We don't want to overdo it, not make it too salty, but I do like a little spice. So I am gonna take some red pepper flakes and throw that baby in there, just a bit. All right, and then I have some salt and pepper. This cauliflower fried rice mix, it doesn't have any seasoning on it, so that's why it's super great, because you can season it to your liking. Okay, perfect, and let's give that a little stir. All right, it's been about 3 minutes. What we're gonna do is we are gonna add that egg that we were mixing, or beating, I should say, before. So you're going to take your fried rice, and what I like to do is I just like to put it on the side of my pan and just dump the eggs in there. Right. All right, and we're gonna let that egg cook. I've seen people do this differently. I've seen some people completely take out the rice and then do the egg and then add the rice back in, or you just pour the egg over top the rice. If you have a large pan like this, I just like to set the rice on the side, or say rice on the side, and then cook the egg. And once it's become a scrambled egg, then I mix it in with everything else. I'm gonna turn off this heat. We're gonna set this aside so we can now start working on our beef. Now let's get started on the beef. I just have my cauliflower rice on the side. We will mix it in later. I am going to start the burner on, turn it on low, medium heat. I'm just using the same pan for this. Keep it easy, less time to clean, less things to clean. And like I said, we're doing this in less than 10 minutes. If you wanted to marinate your beef overnight, if you really thought about this and you're like, I am gonna make beef fried rice, of course you can do that. The beef is gonna be more marinated, but this is perfect for this. All right, so that is heated. I'm gonna take my favorite avocado oil spray by Chosen Foods. Give that pan a good little spray, and let's throw our beef in. Let's give that a good little stir. Oh my God, it's so fragrant. I love the smell of sesame oil. And again, we picked a thin cut of steak because we want this to cook quickly. It's gonna taste really good. The seasoning is the most important part. And look, it's already cooking so quick. It hasn't even been 30 seconds yet. I know I am not the only one. You go to work, you work all day, you come home, it's like 6 o'clock. You're like, I just really don't feel like spending a long time prepping dinner. This, guys, this is what you're gonna do. And it's so healthy. It's so low carb. It is keto friendly. Absolutely delicious. And I love that everything that we bought, including the cauliflower fried rice and the steak, nothing is pre-marinated. You know all the seasonings that you put in there. And I'm gonna season it with a little bit of salt and pepper. I've said this before in my previous videos. Salt and pepper at every step seasons all components of whatever you are making. All right. That looks good. And I love broccoli in my fried rice as well, or I guess it's like the beef and broccoli. So I am just gonna put a little bit of broccoli in here. You can totally omit this step if you do not care for broccoli, but I like just a little bit. Adds a pop of color, nutrients. Perfect. And this one, I just had a frozen bag of broccoli and I threw it in the microwave. Just follow the instructions on the bag. So it does not need long to cook. It's already fully cooked. We're just mixing it in with the seasonings of the beef. All right, so that looks absolutely amazing that the meat is completely cooked. I have turned down the heat all the way to the very low setting, and I am gonna take the cauliflower fried rice that we worked on before. We are just going to mix this all together. Whew, guys, this looks so good. I mean, so much better than, I mean, Chinese takeout is really, really good. And I do love rice, but if you're trying to stay keto and low carb and be good on your diet, but you really have that craving, this is what you need. All right, so now that I've mixed that in, I'm just gonna take a little more soy sauce. Just put some more soy sauce in there. This is all to taste. I added probably a quarter of a cup in total, but it is completely to taste. It is how you like it. Make this your way, season the meat your way. All All right, so that is all done. I'm gonna turn off the heat. Let's go on and plate this and then do our favorite part, the taste test. Okay guys, take a look at that. That looks so delicious. I mean, this took us, I know I keep saying it, but less than 10 minutes. I know you guys are looking for something super quick to do for dinner. This is gonna be your new favorite go-to, inexpensive and delicious keto, low carb, beef and broccoli with cauliflower fried rice. Now to our favorite part, the taste test. Let's go ahead and try this. Get some of the rice, get some of the egg. We got some of the beef. Let's dig in. That is so good. Oh my God. I mean, Mama likes a big portion, you know, so I could eat something like this. It is so good, super delicious, super flavorful, and I can't wait for you guys to enjoy this. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Also, hit that notification bell to never miss a tasty upload. Till next time.